32 at the moment. We're getting one more over. And the big shout, he's gone. VW, and Garner has done what was asked of him. And both of them looking up in there, looking at the clock, but in fact it wasn't quite half past. And West Indies have struck a vital blow with the very last delivery of the day.
Inside edge onto the pad for Alan Knott. Goes to 1, Willie's 2, it's 2:34 for 7. It's a good piece of cricket. There was, for a fraction of a second, the chance of the run out there, although Knott got back in the end.
Yes, this is a very good piece of cricket. He's a fine athlete, Michael Holding. You see him turn, and he just beats him back.
Through the slip cordon for 4. Michael Holding's not going to be too pleased about that. It was just about a perfect delivery, that. You don't see that man put down very much. Oh, what a lovely piece of cricket that was. He's got this enormous reach, and he's a very, very good catcher and ground fielder. That's one of the best catches you'll see in a long time. Must have picked it up late because Knott was aiming it round about mid-on. That drop catch by Vivian Richards, where he missed Knott, was made up for there by a sensational diving effort from Joel Garner. And Willie's gone for 4. This is a great performance by Michael Holding. Peter Willie left stranded there with the 2 tail enders, Bob Willis and Mike Hendrick. And in any case, was never able to take control in the time he was there. He batted for 55 minutes for his 4 runs.
It really was a pretty thankless position he found himself in. He was trying to force the ball, got a little inside edge, and dragged it back onto the off stump.
There's 4 runs, and valuable ones too for England. 10-11. Might just as well play their shots. Clive Lloyd doing the chasing. .250 up for England, 251 for 9. Croft now, coming to bowl his 20th over. And the misfield from Garner. What a funny game this is. Takes a sensational catch and then lets one run through his fingers for 4. That's safe. And wasn't all that far short of being 6 off the edge. Long run for Holding. Willis taking strike. Backus. And overthrows. 4 of them. Well, he had the chance of the run out. It's just a question of deciding if you want to stand the bowler's annoyance once you've missed the stumps. Bowled him. Garner brought back just for that purpose, to break this troublesome last wicket partnership. Has done so, and he and Holding have taken all the England wickets to fall. And it's no wonder those 2 men are smiling. Well might they be laughing away today, having bowled out England between them for 269. A really superb performance from both men. Michael Holding, so unlucky at Trent Bridge in this match here at Lord's. 28 overs, 11 maidens, 6 for 67. Joel Garner, 24.2 overs, 8 maidens, 4 for 36. Between them, all 10 wickets listed there on the England batting card. Today, Willie was bowled by Holding for 4. Not caught. Garner bowled Holding 9. Will, the last man out there, bowled by Garner for 14, and Hendrick not out 10. 269, and that really was a super performance from the West Indies. Their out cricket was very, very good. They dropped a chance yesterday. That was put down by Viv Richards, and he was waiting in the wings to come into bat today to delight this Lord's crowd. First of all, though, it was Greenidge and Haynes at the start of the West Indian innings. Here's Bob Willis from the pavilion end, bowling the first ball. So an aggressive start from West Indies. And that's equally good a stroke. 2 short ones this over from Willis, and both past Boycott's left hand at cover point. That's some good footwork, giving himself plenty of room in the crease there, and not frightened to get up on the... Oh, good shot. That one went very fast. No chance of Gully picking that up. 12 on the board now. And once again, that back foot going right across the back. Desmond Haynes is off the mark with the last ball of both them's over. 13 on the board now, 12 of those to Greenidge, 1 to Haynes. That was a fine effort. Finished up as 4 runs to Desmond Haynes, but Underwood on his wrong side hurled himself away there. I don't think got his fingers to it.
Ian Bertham. It's a handsome shot. 4 runs through an empty mid-off position. Half volley. That's a good stop in the covers. Mike Gatting. And they got a single for it. Gatting won't stop that one. He wasn't playing it there, but it's 4 runs.
That's got to be close. And not dissimilar to the way in which both of us missed yesterday. I just had the feeling the instant Greenwich played the stroke that he'd picked the wrong line there. He thought the ball was much further out than it turned out to be. Greenwich has gone for 25. He looked as though he meant business this morning, but in the end the attack meant his downfall. That first wicket falling at 37. Greenwich out for 25 and Haynes 12, and here's how it happened.
And really, it's just a complete lack of judgment, really.
What a lovely way to bring up your 3,000 runs in Test matches. First ball, the swinging half volley, crunched away past the right hand of extra cover. Superb timing from Richards there. Slower one. Actually, not bad thinking, the change of pace there, but it was just that little bit too full. And although Desmond Haynes hasn't scored since lunch, 22 minutes, Vivian Richards has more than made up for that. He's gone on now to 26. And now it's Desmond Haynes beating Underwood at cover point. Botham. Great stroke. It was short. Nowhere near where Botham would have preferred it to land. You still have to hit it for 4.
And Vivian Richards is showing that there's no margin for error on this very, very good batting pitch. Anything a little bit out of line or out of length, it's going for 4.
Well, no one could get that. Not even Joel Garner could have reached that one. And it was a superbly timed shot. The last 50 runs have come in 25 minutes.
Here it comes now, and you see how far that foot goes over? And he just takes it in and whips it wide of mid-on.
Well, I thought that was a good decision there by Barry Mayer, whipping across the line, but I think that slope here at Lord's made sure the ball was going to go slightly down it and just miss leg stump, Tom.
Here she goes. Yes, definitely missing leg stump. Going down the leg side, he's well down the wicket.
So the extra slip has moved in now for Desmond Haynes. And that's beautifully placed, 4 runs. They pitched fairly wide, and Haynes flinging the bat at it. One always believes this is a bit of a personal battle between these two. England's most gifted cricketer with a ball in his hand, and this really superb batsman from the West Indies. Both great friends, both club mates. Richards tucks it away down to Willis, takes one more. And that, the 50 partnership. And a big gap through mid-on. It's not the first time that Botham has overpitched on leg stump. And Haynes is not even bothering to run. Knows the ball is always going to win. Nobody back there. That's 4 runs all the way. Well, Willis with the extra man on the leg side here for Richards. Leaves a nice comfortable gap. And Viv Richards on to 43. And that's expertly placed as well, wide of mid-on. And that'll race away for 4 more. When he gets a boundary, seems to go in for a clutch of them. Seen fine shot square on the offside. Showing his great ability all around the wicket there. Works that between mid-wicket and mid-on. Goes on now to 47, total on 99. And that certainly brings up the 100. Won't be good enough for him to make 50, but it'll take him on to 49. So the 100 comes up for West Indies in the end of the 29th over. In reply to an England all-out total of 269. So there's a 50 for Viv Richards. Desperate effort by Underwood there to cut it off. It wasn't to be, and Viv Richards goes through for yet another Test match 50. And once again, it's come in remarkably good time. He's only been in there an hour and 5 minutes. Only in fact received 57 balls, and he's found the boundary 9 times. And yet again, he faces up to Willis. Throws himself into it, finds the gap again between cover and mid-off. And very quickly over the ropes. 10 fours now in Richards' runs here today. So 40 out of the 54 coming in boundaries, and that's the way the 10th one went. Underwood to resume from the nursery end. And Richards to resume as well. 4 more. And his placement in this innings has been quite uncanny. Seems to know instinctively where all the gaps are. That finding quite a wide one between bowler and mid-on. And just look at that. Hardly any room at all between extra cover and mid-off, but this man has found it. He's crashed another boundary, and the mayhem here continues. Look how the bat's picked up, and look how it follows through.
There's no doubt that Richards does intimidate bowlers, and that's part of his greatness as a player. He gets on top of them, they're frightened to bowl a bad ball. At the moment, Underwood really over-pitching consistently.
And again, it's quite uncanny. One can't help repeating the fact, but not a great gap this time, square on the offside, but bang through the middle it goes. And no fielder's had any chance at all with any of these boundaries. 67 is score now, and 13 times he's found sufficient gap in the field to reach the ropes. And that's another. Beautifully placed again through mid-wicket. So we've seen it through extra cover, we've seen it straight, square on the offside, and now through mid-wicket. Every shot in the book flowing from the bat of this really superb craftsman. And poor Derek Underwood doesn't really know what's hit him. Placement, timing, all to perfection.
And Willis now to bowl to Haynes. No chance for anyone to move there. Fabulous shot. The 100 partnership up there. It's a little bit like Graham Gooch and Chris Tavares. But Graham Gooch would have been proud to play a stroke like that. So would anyone, for that matter. Beautiful. Beautiful to watch.
And here he comes in, down goes that front foot. Beautifully timed, not really a half volley, but he swings the bat so straight through the line that and times it so well. There's just no way you can bowl at the man when he's in this sort of mood.
Four more to Viv Richards, beating extra cover and mid-off as well. Moore takes Richards on to 99. When Vivian Richards and Desmond Haynes put together their 100 partnership, Richards had made 82 of those runs.
So just one ball left in this over for Richards as Hendrick comes in. What a good over. Most of the applause today has been for Richards, but this time it's certainly for the bowler, Mike Hendrick. So the focus again on Desmond Haynes. Must just have got an inside edge on that, no signal from umpire Ali. So it's Haynes 46, Richards 99. And both of them attempting to try the similar sort of treatment here for Richards. He too is bowling to just about the identical feel that Hendrick had in the last over. Let's see if he can bowl it as accurately as the Derbyshire man did. Well, he can't, and that's it. Typical flick off the legs brings Viv Richards 2 runs and completes a quite superb century. And as long as you watch cricket, you won't see many better hundreds than that at Lord's. And the entire crowd here rising to their feet in appreciation of a masterly performance. Just 2 hours and 6 minutes for that 100. He's only received 106 balls and he's hit 19 fours. Continues this great run of success in Test match cricket. His 12th Test century, the 42nd of his career, and the 4th against England. And his followers there raising their glasses to a very fine player. So Haynes on 48. That's a beautiful late cut. That'll bring him 50 all right. Boycott having a long chase round there. Did well to prevent the boundary, but 3 runs there to Desmond Haynes takes him on to 2nd successive Test match 50. It's taken him 3 hours and 2 minutes and 138 balls, and he's hit 6 fours. Giving some very good, firm, solid support here to Richards. Just quickened that a little bit. I think beat Richards by a nice change of pace. So a little bit more into that.
And that bounced quite high, really. And Viv Richards got very close to it as well.
Big shout getting up for LBW, turned down. So a goodish over there from Peter Willey. And again off the final ball, beating the batsman. Confident shout for LBW, but Barry Mayer having none of it. So 196 for 1 here at Lord's, with Haynes on 58 and 111 to Viv Richards. Richards facing on 111. That's a good shot, flipped beautifully through mid-wicket. So the 200 comes up for West Indies. 201 for 1, and we're only in the 54th over. That takes Desmond Haynes on to 62. And these two now have taken it along from 37 to 201. Third over for Willie. That's swept away by Richards. Just waiting to see if it's cleared the ropes. It just has. It wasn't too far, in fact, away from Mike Gattin. So our first 6. And Peter Willie, who came very close to having an LBW decision in the last over. Eric Underwood has been going away for an average of about 5 runs and over since he came on. And that's 4 more. There's nobody out there at deep mid-wicket. And Richards in this form, of course, can work it away from middle stump through those wide open spaces. Well, it's hard really to work out what's going on out there. Peter Willey has bowled 4 excellent overs. One can only presume that he's going to switch him to the other end in place of Underwood. As it seems that Bob Willis is coming back at this pavilion end. Haynes facing on 62. Well, that surprised him and surprised most people out there. Just that little bit of extra bounce. Activity down there for Boycott. Still with his shirt buttoned high at the collar. Now Peter Willey's going to have a slip coming over the wicket. Both of them's gone to slip, 3 on the off and another 5 on the leg side, including a short leg, which I suppose must be a little bit optimistic. And the full toss he starts with. The first over pitch full toss is bowled, and that's going through for 4. So Haynes once again has pinched the strike. And that switch of ends didn't do a lot of good for Peter Willey. He gave away more runs in that over than he'd given from the 4 previous ones at the pavilion end. And that's beautifully placed. 4 more. The runs rattling along. So there it is, the 200 partnership. Come up in only 3 hours. And out of that 200, Richards made 133 of them.
4 offside and 5 leg side, 2 on the leg side boundary. And he's picked the gap.
That's as good as anything he's played today. In my word, there have been some great shots. And it wouldn't have hit the stumps other than receiving an assist from Desmond Haynes, who just gives himself his own personal blessing. And there it is again, that's the reason for it. A lot of applause there for Jeff Boycott. And in true Freddie Truman style, he's explaining that 1 or 2 there moved off the seam and a couple of others in the air. Oh, it must be gone. Willey has got Richards, just trying to push it around the corner. Just meant to be a little gentle push shot for a single. And Graham Dilley, coming in, must have had his heart in his mouth there for a moment, picked it up in the background, the crowded stand. And Vivian Richards is gone at 145, just 25 minutes before stumps. Marvellous innings. He won't be happy at the way he was dismissed, but it was a great innings.
Hardly a blemish in that innings, and getting the cheer he deserves. Tremendous stroke play, no other word for it. Picking the gaps, manoeuvring the ball, hitting it hard. Just had the one little bit of luck in the 90s when he had a similar top edge stroke which fell free. This time it was right to hand.